What's up, everybody? This is Chauncey, and I am bringing you a special review. Please like and subscribe if you like what you like. I'm going to be talking about some very iconic, influential West Coast IPAs that I will be drinking tonight. And to be honest with you, it's sad to say it's been a long time since I've had these beers. Bell's Two-Hearted IPA. Bell's American IPA. I would say traditional West Coast IPA. I believe this beer is only brewed with Centennial hops. I might be wrong, but I think this is what it's brewed with. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've never had Bell's. I've seen it all the time, and I'm going to tell y'all, if y'all don't know, I got in the game with a beer that I'm gonna show next, but I've never had Bell's. There's a lot of IPAs, classic IPAs I've never had, so hence why I'm going back to the basics and trying things that maybe I've never had and just revisiting classic styles. Two-Hearted Ale is iconic. I know that without having it. It's an iconic beer, so I'm very excited to have this tonight. I also have the beer that started me into beer, craft beer, is Lagunitas IPA. And I'm gonna be honest, I have not had this beer since early days when I first started getting into craft beer, and then I became a hype beast, and now I'm back to the basics and just drinking what I love, right? And it's not sad to say I was like that for a while. So very excited to try this also. Love that these are tall cans also now. And then one beer that I probably have had, another one that I just was not drinking, and it's not like I'm gonna go and buy these. This is not. I have breweries that I love, local breweries I love. Some of them are local, but these are more classic, iconic beers that if you're getting into craft beer, like I did when I had this beer. These are beers that I would say if you kind of skeptical, maybe step into this ballpark and give these a run. So, we got Two-Hearted, we got Racer 5, Bear Republic, classic beer that, again, I have not tried this. Lagunitas is the only beer that I've had out of these three. So I am going to be reacting to these three IPAs, these iconic IPAs, as it is about to be summer real soon. So we are about to be barbecuing, grilling, and fishing, and doing all that good stuff. So we need some IPAs, pale ales, and pilsners, and single IPAs to get us through the summer. So we are gonna pour this on camera for y'all. This is a nice golden color. This is the Two-Hearted Ale, Bell's Two-Hearted. And this is what I'm drinking right now. And if y'all don't know, I like how they say the shelf life of this beer, and I think this is relatively fresh. Can't see the can date. That's a little scary, but this looks amazing in the glass. This doesn't it? It smells like just traditional, super ripe melon flavors, and just super fresh and piney and crisp, and it smells and it looks like this is gonna be clean. And yes, this is Bell's Two-Hearted. Let's have a sip. Cheers. Damn, that is good. So like I said, it's about to be summertime. We're in June. It's about to be getting hot real soon. We're gonna be barbecuing. We're gonna be fishing. We're gonna be chilling outside. And I had to change some stuff real quick. But anyways, this is it's piney. It's clean. It's crisp. It's refreshing. It's not too bitter. Nice malt character to this beer. So, when it comes to Bell's Two-Hearted, never had this before. And you know what? I'll go back to this. Again, I'm outside a lot with the kids in the summer. And sometimes I like a beer to not make me have to think about what I'm drinking, and I'm not reviewing it in my mind, and I'm not thinking about, all the tasting notes. This is just a nice, clean, crisp beer that people can enjoy, and and it's what beer should be. And yeah, just this. I'm a fan of this. I actually can see myself getting, a 6-pack of this and drinking it. So now we are talking Lagunitas. This is the beer that got me into craft beer. Like, this was my first IPA that I remember that I had at a bar. We got a picture of it, and it was just something like, I can see myself drinking this. And yeah, this is what got me in. I'm so excited to have this. 6.2%. Marin County in the air in the neighborhood, and if you don't know, just Lagunitas. Okay, so it's one of the first breweries that I went on a tour of a facility. It's one of the first craft beers that I had, if not the first. And so just super excited to try this. It looks a lot different than Bell's Two Hearted. If we are looking in the glass, this is very dark in color, more I would say more of a bronze, and this is more like almost like a Pilsner type of color. So we are both IPAs, but different, and very just interested in revisiting this one. Cheers. Man, this is good. To be honest with y'all, I didn't know what the hell I was going to get when I was drinking these beers. Like, my favorite beers just locally are, you got your cellar makers. What I have in my fridge right now? You got your cellar makers. I have some Wayfinder. I have some Ghost Town. Some Urban Roots, I believe. Some Pilsner from Urban Roots. There Does Not Exist. Beer bottles. So I have a wide range of a whole bunch of stuff right now. Faction. So that's what I drink on the regular. But I didn't know what I was gonna get when I got these, but this is good as well. I'm leaning towards the winner for the night, at least right now, Bell's. But Bell's is 7%. This is 6.2. This is not as malty. This is not as crisp and clean. At the same time, it does have some more floral notes. Not as bitter as Bell's Two Hearted, but at the same time, it's easy drinking. But as far as the flavor and the mouthfeel and what I would enjoy myself sipping on for a long period of time if I'm grilling all day, actually would be Bell's. But Lagunitas, I can see when I first had Lagunitas, it does have a aftertaste that's different. That's like, ooh, okay, I'm drinking craft beer now. I'm not drinking Budweiser, right? But when I first had this, I really, really loved it. And it's not bad. It's just, it wouldn't be something I would go back to, that I would keep going back to. But again, I think this is a good entry level craft beer for people to if you're just getting in the game. So now we're about to try Racer 5. So now we are trying Racer 5. And this is Racer 5, Bear Republic. They did just recently get bought out by... Shook the camera. They did get recently bought out by Drake's, which is another local brewery, San Leandro brewery. And, business is booming. If you're acquiring folks, things are going well. So, this is all foam, and again, I don't even think it says the package day on here. And I'm going to tell you guys something. When these big companies, right, that are doing mass production, it's rare that I see the canning date on any of these cans. And I check, right? I don't want an IPA that's a year old, and sometimes I've seen stuff in fridges that are a year old. It's sad but true. I've seen stuff that's 8 months old, and hey, you're spending your hard-earned money. You want something fresh or fresh as can be, or at least 6 months or less at least. But some of these places, it's sad and it's crazy that people don't recycle beer and go through shops and like, hey man, this is a year old, we got to get rid of this or give it to somebody. I don't know, donate to kids. I don't know what people do, but the beers sit around for a long time. They lose taste, they lose flavor. When people try it for the first time, that alters their thinking about what they should and should not be. Anyways, I'm talking too much, but I got dirty glass syndrome on this glass. Foam looks nice and creamy. But let's just get a taste. Racer 5. Slightly slightly bitter. Yeah, but this is more old. This is what I'm used to, like, as far as like, this is what I think about, like that classic. This is 2009, 2010 IPA taste. This actually reminds me of what Lagunitas tasted like when I first had it, 12, 13 years ago. This is what Racer 5 reminds me of. The bitterness and the aftertaste is not, I'm not a fan of it. And I like bitter West Coast IPAs and super hot driven IPAs, but this is it's okay. It's a okay beer. Let me it's for me if I'm trying to get something and I'm, like I said, Two Hearted, I think is going to be the winner for the night. I can actually drink a few of those and get a 6-pack and chill with that and sit with that. Lagunitas, actually, if I'm out, pizza joint, that's what they have, I would get that. Racer 5, I don't know. I can see why it's iconic. I can see why I talk to you. I can see why it's iconic and why it's important to craft beer. At the same time, I don't think that this style of IPA, even though it's very West Coast, is just something. It's not giving me no flavors. It's giving me hops. It's giving me a little burn, but I'm not tasting a lot of complexity with this beer. And so, not a bad beer, just not something that I'm going to go to. I think for the night, we're going to say Two Hearted is the winner for tonight. Ooh, burping with Bell's right, Lagunitas right after that. So we're going to say Two Hearted, and we're going to say Lagunitas. That's what we're going to say. 1, 2, and the third place winner. I'm not going to have 2 cans. Or maybe I can hold all 3. Let's see. If I spill this, yeah. So Two Hearted, Lagunitas, Racer 5, and while I sip this beer, I would say very pleased with just drinking these and trying something new. I'll be doing this every now and then because there's so many beers that I want to revisit. Firestone Walker and Stone. Just so much stuff that I want to revisit that I just don't, when you spend your money on the brands that you like and you support, and you can go to the brewery and Firestone and Paso Robles. And so there's a lot of breweries that, if it's not local and I can go visit often, I'm not going to stock my fridge full of it. But again, shout out to everybody who's getting into craft beer. It's a dope world to get into. I think I'm probably at my apex as far as time. Until next time, you guys take care. Peace and love. 100. I'm out.